What I'm
Big and
saying is
Pac were
that you're
alive.
invested. You're invested, and because people have invested, more people have invested in Jay than Nas in this community. People are reluctant to admit that they picked the wrong horse. Is what I'm saying.
Yo, LP says Mike wasn't talking like this in January 2021. Nas done changed everything in 1 year. You're right. I just got to be honest on this, Mike. I'm not going to sit here and hold on to something that's not true.
Right.
I
No, I was
mean,
about to say, see, he's trying to critique you, but really what you're doing, Mike, is what other people need to be doing. You've made an appropriate assessment of the situation as a
yeah.
Jay-Z fan, objectively, like, hold on. Like, my guy's not making albums as much as this guy. He's not making music as good as this guy. Lyrically, he was never really this guy. This is a problem. Let me assess it.
And then when I start assessing Jay-Z's hits and the help that he's had on his hits that Nas hasn't had, I mean, and then you look at the help when it's not there and you aren't really getting much of an output. I mean, shoot, I was on the Kendrick Lamar train too. But I gotta be, I gotta be objective about that as well.
And I'm going to
Kendrick
tell you what,
Lamar ain't dropping nothing. I don't even see anything coming in the next 30 days, to be honest.
and Mike, here's also what KD2 and Magic did, like on a hip hop head level. I told you earlier this year, remember, I was like lining up all the greatest MCs tracks by themselves, like the records that they just made by themselves. And I told you something. I was like, if you actually want to go song for song, somebody being by themselves, Rakim still has the strongest catalog because he's made the most great songs by himself from beginning to end.
Right.
Mike, because of KD2 and Magic, that's not true anymore.
Nas is really changing the tides on a lot of these conversations.
Right, like because just with the records on Magic, because every record on Magic is by himself except for the one with ASAP and KD2. Most of the great records on there are solo missions. Mike,
I mean,
Death Row
see
is a solo
again,
mission. Store Run's a solo mission.
but see
My Bible's a solo mission.
the part that's really changing me too is the fact that we see what Nas can do now that he's free. You know what I'm saying? Like when he doesn't have Def Jam and he doesn't have Columbia on his back or whatever they were doing to suppress his material. Because at the end of the day, he has 2 lost tapes and a whole bunch of other stuff that never came out. Jay-Z doesn't have any lost tapes. Everything he made was able to come out.
Mike, here's how you know that he's a GOAT. If KD3 sounds like it's in the vein of these last 3 albums, Mike, that's going to bump Life is Good out of his 10 greatest albums list.
That's crazy, man.
Life is Good is going to be like 10th or 11th on his best albums list. Think about what I'm saying. He's the greatest MC of all time.
No, he is. No, he is. It's not even. It's not even a question right now. I think the only person that has the catalog to catch him is Jay, and I just don't. I mean,
It's
I don't
not
see it
happening, Mike.
happening. I mean,
Not
just
happening.
looking at again. Let's
I'd
look at
never
this
say
ten
never
year
because of what we just
chart.
saw happen.
Let's look
No,
at
look
this
at what we
10
just
year
saw happen.
chart. I don't see it happening. You got Magna
Me neither,
Carta. You got 444. Everything is love, and if you want to throw the J Electronica in there, I don't see it happening. I just don't see it happening.
well, there's nothing about the material saying it's there that's seeing it's happening. So I'm going to tell you something that I realized. So I haven't even really got to any of my Nas notes while we've been talking about all this. Mike, I wrote down something about the Marvin Gaye to Dolph line too, because here's the thing. It showed that he was fresh and current, but it still showed that nostalgic Nas ability to contextualize deeply and brilliantly quickly. From
Mm-hmm.
Marvin Gaye to Dolph, we taking out our brothers. He's going historical context. He's going black on black crime, brother on brother context. He's spitting it out in one bar. That's Nas. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Here's what I really realized, Mike. This whole time, he's been waiting for the dust to settle to take this moment and seize this day. Like he's been waiting for the gap for the lane. Like I realize now, the Nasir project with Kanye was just practice shots. Like
That
he
was
was just
literally
warming
a
up.
warm up. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
he was taking practice shots with Nasir. When you look at it now, he's taking practice shots with Nasir, trying to get back in the groove and kind of like trying to find that vibe again. And you can tell it poking out, Mike. But like it's poked itself all the way back out, and he's just rolling, Mike. Like I don't buy into the hype. I'm in the studio lately.
M. Michael says Jay will catch him and pass him. But I mean, what are you basing that on,
What
though? Like,
evidence? That's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
I
People don't
mean,
want to admit that they're wrong. You don't have any evidence that that's going to happen. You don't.
listen, man, I'm a Jay fan. I know his material back and forth, man. I'm a Nas fan too, but I was more of a Jay fan than a Nas fan. But I mean, I don't see it. I don't, especially with the 6 duds that he's dropped this year. I mean,
So,
I just don't see it. I mean, anything can happen, but
Mike, I brought
he
this up
doesn't
to.
have the help of Kanye West. Just Blaze is a no show, right? And
Mhm.
you know, in respect to No ID, I think No ID's made some really dope stuff in his time, but I don't think No ID is the answer for Jay.
I don't think that either, Mike. So I want to go to some more points about like Nas the MC. The hook writing on this album is top notch, and it's
Leroy
all
Green
done by.
says, keep that energy when Jay returns. Yes, we will. And we have kept that energy the whole year when he's dropped dud after dud. He dropped the song with Nipsey Hussle. Shit was a dud. Rest in peace to Nipsey. And that's not even Nipsey's fault. You know what
I
I'm
mean, you
saying?
do
He dropped
understand we
Sorry
talking
Not
about somebody.
Sorry. That was a dud. He dropped the song with Kid Cudi. That was a dud. The song with Jada Kiss and Conway was underwhelming. So yeah, we'll keep the same energy. We're just being objective here. We're not gonna sit here and say just because a person's who they are and what they've done in their time that
Right.
all that stuff is erased. Magic is
Fam, I've been
dope.
keeping this energy since. Hold on, Mike. I've been keeping this energy since '96. Like, I'm not saying any. You can ask anybody who knows me, fam. I've been saying this shit since 1996. I haven't pivoted off of it much. I'm not about to pivot now. What he needs to do is pivot and do what Nas has done, which is re-ingratiate himself back into the business properly. So I'm going to tell you something. What Nas is doing. Nas has studied the game and he's reinvented himself to jump back in the game and play the game the way it's played now. Nas has been inspired by Griselda too. He sees the way that they're releasing projects and how it's working for them. And he's like, no, he's been low key watching, looking for somebody to pair with. That's what I mean about how the Kanye thing was his first shot at really trying to pair with a producer just full time and try to kind of, find that wave. And so that didn't work. And so I think that kind of sent him on a journey, kind of looking for who he was going to vibe with. And he found them. But Mike, when he found them, this shit is, Mike, it's magic.
Let's
He's
keep it real,
comfortable.
man. You know,
His ad libs,
Jay got lines
Mike,
this year like another B. That's the other B. Know my other B. Don't forget B. Uh, and not to
Mike,
mention the what was the other one? It was another one. Oh,
trying to think.
God on the phone. That's my celly or something like that. Or got
Very problematic.
I don't know,
Mike,
man.
stop. Just stop. Just
I don't
stop.
know, man.
Stop. Mike, just stop. Mike, Nas is so comfortable. His ad libs sound incredible. He's using different vocal tones, Mike. He's got different flows now. He's got different patterns. Mike, he's leading into the song and talking shit before the song, after the song, between the song, like Tupac and Jay do, Mike.
No, I mean honestly, Nas on this album to me, like I
Sounds like
told you,
Tupac.
he sounds like Nas from I Am.
No, but Mike, he's
But
talking
this
shit like
album's better
Tupac.
than I Am.
No, it's way better than I am. I
Oh
am
no,
better.
it is. But you know, like I said, if I were to match up the vocals from The Truth and Nas's like, I would be like, yeah,
Oh,
this
that's
was
what you
recorded
mean.
around the same time. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
you talking about even with the voice too. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mike, you're right.
He
Mike,
sounds like I
vocally,
Am. And
no,
it's
Mike, you're
incredible.
right. Mike, he hadn't punched the mic like this since Nas is like, because people forget Made You Look at him really punching the mic.
Yeah, yeah,
Not
yeah.
like that.
No, no,
Yeah,
no. It's a
no.
dope ass song, but as far as
No,
like
no, he put the
him
mic to
rapping
bed on
like
this one.
this, yeah.
Yeah, no. He put the mic to bed on this album. I know what you're saying.
And
But he's
honestly,
flying on this
man,
album, Mike. Talking a
and
lot of shit.
honestly, the only way that Jay could match something like this is if he was rapping like he was like Volume 1 or something. You know what I
And I'm
mean? Like,
and I'm gonna tell you what I think happened with this project. I think I don't even know if they really planned to put this together. I think they just got in the process of making music together, and the
mhm.
takes were so good they were like, "Yo, it's magic. We got to keep it, even though we ain't putting it out on KD3. These takes we're making are so good. We got to kick it out. Let's go ahead. Fuck it. It's
I mean,
magic."
he's in a rhythm, man. It's remarkable, man, and we got to give props where props is due. It's unfortunate that other media outlets aren't talking about Magic even more. You know, I know when KD came out, the first one, you know, he was doing a lot of press, and a lot of people were covering him. And I think that was mostly because maybe they just didn't think this was serious or something. I don't know. Maybe they thought that Nas was just
I
gonna
just,
drop one album and go away. But
I just want these media publications to stop doing sucker shit. Quite frankly,
I mean,
Mike.
at the end of the day, as someone
That's
said
what
in
it
the
is.
chat, just keep that same energy. That same energy y'all had for KD when it dropped. Why ain't y'all talking about Magic like this? It sounds like y'all don't want him to be on top like that.
Mike, he's
Because
been
if this got
referencing
the
in records.
proper,
Mike, he has been referencing in records his entire career how the powers that be don't want him to be on top. Like, when are people gonna
if
start
this
listening?
album got the proper recognition, there would be no conversation. Point blank. And he don't need like a superstar on the album. I mean,
So,
obviously,
Mike, can
I
I
think
say something
ASAP is
too?
a superstar, but nobody saw ASAP coming on a Nas record with
No, and it's a
Premiere.
beautiful
I
record,
love
Mike.
it.
That might be the closest thing to a single on there, isn't that? Shouldn't that probably be the single?
I hope so.
Yeah,
DeCarlo says
but
Nas is making Jay Z look overrated. Hey man, listen, I will say this.
Mike, I would.
I don't wanna call Jay Z overrated for the work that he's put in this game. But if you want to say Jay Z's overrated for the past 10 years of his career, that is something that we can look at.
Mike, Jay has always been for the most part. Mike, how about this, Mike? I've never had Jay since like his prime below seventh, Mike, but I never had him at number one. I told you I always had him somewhere closer to 4 or 5. I told you I never thought he was better than Nas, never thought he was better than Rakim, never thought he was better than Pac, never thought he was better than Big, and I haven't pivoted off of that because it's the truth. Because like the records are the proof. Those guys make better solo records than he do. He's in their stratosphere. He definitely deserves and belongs to be there. Go line up all the solo records where they're all at their best. He's in 5th place.
Listen, I can't argue with that. And for everybody that's saying that no one can stand, next to him on the verses, I would like to see,
I would
what
like
their
to see him
track
stand
list
on the
looks like.
verses by himself. Yeah. I want to see him stand on the stage of the verses by himself since he said that.
No, I agree with that. I mean, you could do the features and all that stuff. That's cool. But I want to
No. He said
see.
nobody can stand with him, so stand alone since you're the king like that. That's what I'm saying. Like, you want to talk big shit? No. Walk that shit all the way out. Like, because I don't even think he can do on stage what Kiss just did with the locks behind him. Like, he can't do that. I don't think so. He don't got that. That's what I'm saying. And he don't got records like that. Like, he
He
don't
has a
spaz
couple.
on.
He got You Don't Know.
No,
He
Mike.
got PSA.
Mike, no. What I'm saying is he don't spaz on the who shot you beat like that. He don't got no
Well, he
deep
he
block.
spazzed on that Grammy
It's not.
family. But
It's
I
not
feel
better
you.
than Kiss on Who Shot You, Mike.
I don't know
It's not.
about that. I don't know
No, it's
about
not,
that.
Mike. Oh, Mike, you think him on Grammy Family's better than Kiss on the Who Shot You
I do.
remix?
I do. Yeah, he went crazy on there. Nah, I will give him that. Or I'll give him
Nah.
also when he
Yeah,
jumped up,
I
when
don't
he
know.
was going at game. When he what was that? When he was on Flex. What was he rhyming over? He was rhyming over the Black Rob joint.
What? Dom Espacio?
No,
Whoa, Can I Live?
no.
The Can I Live joint?
Yeah, the Can I Live joint.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, no, he could go mixtape. I'll give him that, but he's not going to. You know what I'm saying? Because his hits are so big.
Mike, that's what I'm saying. When he goes mixtape, the other guys in his stratosphere make those records better.
No, you're right. Now I will agree
Part
with
of
that
that's what I'm
because they've
saying.
done
That's
it
actually,
more. Even
and
50.
that's actually, right, Mike, and that's actually his strength too. His strength isn't making hit records. He's a collaborative hit record maker. His strength is the B-sides too. His B-sides aren't better.
His strength. His strengths are the B sides. That's why he keeps harping on the B sides. And you're right.
But that's what I'm
His
saying,
hit
Mike.
records are more
Mike,
collaborative. I mean, I think we went through this in the other show. He has 23
right,
Grammys, but 4 of them are for solo Jay Z stuff.
right. But Mike, that's what I'm saying. Is it's like, oh, you want to bring your B-sides to a Nas or Kanye or Rakim fight? Like, okay, like not winning.
K.
Good night.
Thompson said, I think he said a whole bunch of nothing on the Grammy Family freestyle. Ooh,
Thank you,
y'all
Kay.
are
Thank
vicious.
you, Kay.
I
No,
disagree
thank
with
you,
that.
Kay. Like that's a whole lot of thank you. I
I
didn't want to say it.
disagree.
I'm like, because what Kiss is doing on that Who Shot You remix, that's on some rap shit. That Grammy Family, that's on that J shit.
Yo, when that Who Shot You dropped, I knew what was about to happen.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying, Mike. It's like, oh,
Yeah,
like,
I knew
oh,
what was about to happen. Yeah,
like,
I knew
yeah,
that.
like,
I knew
okay.
that verse word for word too. I was like, yeah, I know what's about to
That's
happen.
what I'm saying, Mike. You know the Grammy Family verse word for word?
I did. Ho. See, you put
Right.
me on the
Say
spot right
less,
now.
Mike. That's all I'm saying.
No, you
That's what
put
I'm
me on
talking
the
about.
spot
Kiss
right
on
now.
that Who Shot You,
I just
Mike.
need the first word.
Okay. I'll wait.
No, he was like spied by Basquiat.
Mike,
A
stop.
body
See
up,
what
I'm
I'm saying?
tired. Build me up, kill me up again. Hove got flow, though he's no big in pop. Kind of when they got me fighting ghosts. See, you put me on the spot, right?
Right. You did it to yourself, Mike. I tried to tell you it's not as good. That's what I'm
No,
saying. You did that to yourself.
no, he
He's not
killed that. I can't even front on that.
He's not fucking with Kiss on that. That's what I'm saying, Mike. If he comes to a versus and he gets on some rap shit, because that's what versus is really about. Oh, he not no.
But no, for real, all jokes aside though, Versus is about actually putting together that
A show,
show with
a show.
20
Yeah, yeah.
songs. I don't care if you got 40 songs. We're not talking about 40 songs. We're talking about 20. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be smart in what you're going to pick first, last, in the middle, how this thing's going to build. What the Locks did against Dipset was amazing. They put together a great show for themselves because Dipset clearly weren't prepared enough to go against the Locks in that way. And they were the ones that, I mean, we even said it on this show, we thought had all the hits. So it don't really matter when you talk about who got all the hits. I want to see, I want to see Jay put that together. I do. And I want to see him put it together against Nas. I don't want to see you put it together against Wayne because I think the Wayne situation is one of those things where whoever likes Wayne is going to think Wayne won. Whoever likes Jay is going to think Jay won. So you know what I'm saying? That's going to be
No, they're still setting him up for victory with the Wayne thing
exactly.
because
They're
here's the
setting him up
thing,
for victory with the Wayne thing. I
right?
want to see it with
You want me to
Kanye.
unpack
I
it?
want to see it with Kanye, or I want to see it with Nas.
Period.
Because there's nobody else, honestly, man. I mean, let's just be real.
And I mean, and here's the thing. And if he were to do the Kanye thing, they'd be like, "Oh, well, Kanye don't write his stuff, and that's why it's just Nas." It's like, no, no, no. Go ahead, pick your 20.